Do you book a pre-hotel before your cruise and a post-hotel after your cruise? Do you sometimes have a problem figuring out what is the best hotel for you? Well, I'm going to give you some tips on figuring out how to get the best and the most out of the hotel you choose. If this is something you're interested in, then stay tuned because this video is for you. Hey fellow travelers, this is Norman Payne from Up and Away Travel. Thank you for stopping in and welcome back to my channel. Do you always book that pre-hotel so that you'll be in the port the day before and then you book one after so you can do some more exploring in the same city? Those are some smart things that you do if this is you. Some people don't realize that if they miss their flight on embarkation day, they will not be able to cruise if the ship leaves. That's the bottom line. You will miss your whole cruise just because your plane is delayed. So most people, they book that pre-hotel. Let's look at it on the other end. Let's say the ship has a problem getting into the port on your last day. If you have booked a flight out and the ship gets in late, then you miss your flight. These are not good scenarios. A lot of people book a hotel room before their cruise goes out the day before, and then they book it to stay after, before they catch their flight the day after the cruise comes back. Smart, smart, smart. But I'm going to give you some tips on some things that you need to look at when you're booking these hotels. Arriving early for your cruise departs and staying a day after the cruise returns is just smart business. It will give you peace of mind and it will be a stress-free cruise. Here are some mistakes you should avoid when you're booking your cruise hotel pre and post. Picking a hotel should fall in the same time when you're picking your cruise. Once you book that cruise, the next thing you should do is book the hotel. A lot of people wait until a week or 2 weeks before the cruise departs. That's horrible because of several things. For one, the hotels, they know that the cruise ship is leaving on a certain day. The rate may go up. So you want to make that reservation way in advance. You want to do this when you book your cruise. The other thing is in a city where several ships leave, they may leave on the same day. The hotels may be full. And that would be a problem because you won't get the selection that you want. So the day that you book your cruise, you should be looking for a hotel then. Each ship has 2,000 to 5,000 passengers. So that's a lot of people that may be looking for hotel rooms. So be sure that you are taking advantage of. You don't have to pay most of the time. You just have to hold the room with a credit card and you will be able to cancel it if you get closer and decide not to go on that cruise. You have the control if you book it early. So you book a hotel and you're going to drive to the port. Some of those parkings are very, very expensive. So when you're booking your hotel, that's the discussion you should have with your hotel. If you can leave your car at the hotel, especially if you're planning on coming back and staying there, leave your car right at the hotel. The charge per day would be a lot less than the port parking close to the ship. Those, they got a premium on those because they know that you're going to drive your car to that port and leave it. So the price of the parking per day can run up to $75 a day. Do the math, times that by 5 days, you got a problem. Some hotels, they have what they call a drive package or a stay and park package. But remember, check on this when you're making your reservations. Now, another thing is ask the hotel if they have a shuttle to the port. Now, in some cities, the hotels are very far from the port. They probably will not have a shuttle, but it would not hurt to ask. A lot of times, a hotel will reserve a shuttle themselves when they know that they have a lot of cruise bookings. That's why they asked you, what are you coming in town for? They start counting the people that are staying at their hotel, and they may get a shuttle that will be a moneymaker for them and save you some money as well. So be sure you ask. They will ask you, why are you in the town? Why are you coming to visit? And you tell them, yeah, I'm coming here for a cruise. And they will be counting those people, and they may have a shuttle that take you to the cruise port. If you decide to use something like an Uber or a Lyft, the cost of that can be crazy because it'll be on a high demand day. Remember, 5 ships, 2,000 to 5,000 passengers. There will be a lot of people trying to get an Uber or a Lyft. Make your shuttle arrangements early because it will be ugly if Uber and Lyft are charging you something crazy like $75 to $125 to get you to your cruise ship. So staying too far away from the cruise port is not a good idea. But what happens is you check those hotels that are near the cruise port and the price is high. So you decide, I'm going to save some money, and you go further and further out. That same money that you're saving might get spent on your transportation to get back to the cruise port. The first thing you should do if you look at a hotel and it seems expensive is find out how much it costs to get to the cruise port from one of those hotels that are on the outskirts of the city. You may not put a lot of money into getting to the cruise port if you were closer to the cruise port. If you are very far away, you could run into an accident or a traffic jam that delays your time to get to the ship. A lot of people, they book that Uber or Lyft to get them there based on the destination time. But what might happen is you have an hour for a 45-minute ride before you board the ship, and they get stuck in a traffic jam, and it's 2 hours, and now your boarding time has passed, let alone the time for the ship to pull out. But your boarding time has passed, and sometimes the cruise ship will hold you back until they get everybody on that has a designated boarding time. You missed yours, so they don't feel like they need to do anything to help you at that point. But look into those travel arrangements when you book in your hotel. Compare the outskirts to the one closest to the port. Something else people forget about is being sure that you have some type of refundable fare. That's a big deal. A refundable fare at a hotel may cost you a little more, but it may be worth it opposed to the travel protection. You need to weigh those two things. If you're paying another $20 a night to stay at the hotel opposed to $60 or $70 to cover that same room, it might be better for you to pay that and have a refundable fare. A lot of people, they jump on that non-refundable because it's cheaper on paper, but what happens is something will happen unexpectedly and cause you to have to cancel. So weigh those things, but be sure that you're getting travel protection to cover all your trip. It is the easiest and the most smart decision making you could do before your cruise. Now, you get to a city and you have to function, you have to eat, and you don't get a hotel that's in maybe walking to get to a local restaurant. The hotel is on the outskirts, and the next restaurant is even further out, and you have to catch an Uber to get to that. You want to be sure that you're in a populated area, or their shuttle bus will take you so far. To get you some food, you don't want to have to jump in an Uber to pay the going and to pay coming back. And sometimes per head if you got a big group. So be sure that there is a restaurant either at the hotel or within walking distance or the shuttle's range. That the shuttle, usually they'll do something like a mile out. They'll take you anywhere a mile out. Be sure that your restaurant is within that shuttle range. Now, when you book a hotel, you really want to be honest of how many people is actually going to sleep in that hotel. Some people book a 2-person room, but they know they got 4. The hotel may refuse the room to you because you didn't state that. You may think it's fine that y'all double up in beds or somebody's sleeping on the floor, but the hotel needs to know how many people are actually sleeping in that room. It may cost you per person, but just don't do it. It's one of those things that you get there and they slap you in the face with something that you could have taken care of early on. One of the other things that people don't know when they're booking in vacation destinations is there may be a resort fee. There may be some type of tax that you didn't think about, and it will be on top of your hotel bill. But you need to know that in advance. These are questions that you should ask your hotel when you're booking. Is this all inclusive in the price, or will I get there and have to pull some money out just to get my key? You need to know these things. Try to get a hotel that has a free breakfast. Sometimes that costs extra, but it may benefit you so you don't have to leave out in the morning to go and get anything. The breakfast will be right there. You're able to get up, get your breakfast, get on your shuttle, and get to the cruise. Once you get to the cruise, hey, it's on. Food everywhere. But you need to get your morning started. So check into a hotel that has free breakfast. Hey, we have went over a lot, but these are things you need to think about when you're booking your hotel for pre or post stay. Keep in mind that you want your vacation to be super easy, fun, relaxing, partying, whatever, but not stressed. So that's all I have for you today. Be sure you hit that subscribe button. Also ring that notification bell so you'll know the next time I upload another video. Like this video, give it a thumbs up. Share this video, share it with anybody who goes on cruises and has to book a pre and post cruise stay. Well, that's all I have for you today. Until our paths cross again soon, I'll see you then. Peace.
Please like this video, share it, and subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on all my social media. Just hashtag #UpUpUpNorman.